Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to my channel. Today we want to discuss changing seasons, and one of the challenges we have today is poor rainfall. We are supposed to be experiencing the short rains, but as you can see, we have sporadic rainfall. And when it rains probably every 2 or 3 weeks, and it rains only 2 inches, 1 inch or 2 inches of rain, which is not sufficient for crops or for the farms. So in this place, for us to have a crop or to have trees which will provide for us shade and fruits, we water twice or thrice a week depending, but mostly we focus on ways of preserving that little water because we are using metered water. So this is my carrot bed. I planted this week, a couple of days ago, and I have mulched. So the mulching retains the water in the soil, reduces evaporation, and maintains the moisture of the soil. Also, the mulching helps when you water. The water does not dig up the seeds, so it drips down from the mulch to the soil to the seeds. These are carrots I planted several weeks ago. Again, you can see the effects of irregular germination. So I have repeated, so I have carrots at different stages of growth. Of course, some are dug up by the dogs, but also poor germination. For the perennial crops, the maize and the beans, these seasonal crops, I did them in rows. So this maize was planted in the first rain. That was around the 10th of October. And what I did, I planted in rows. Then I mulched because it rained once in October, then end of October. So as you can see, there is the old mulch. I know most people have never heard of mulching maize, but this place is dry, my people. This is Ukambani, and there is very poor rainfall, especially in October, and you want a crop. So I have done in rows, and then after the maize germinated, I intercropped with my beans. That is a row of bean. So I did not pack. This season I did not pack my maize because I knew October rains in our area. This is Ruiru East. Is very poor. The rainfall is very, very poor. With or without any good weather forecast from the weatherman, the rain is usually very poor. So I planted as few rows as possible, which I can maintain through irrigation. The kales are doing well again. Plenty of mulch. I have my one zucchini which survived. So plenty of mulch. These are seeds. So I am transplanting, moving from there to these rows, and I maintain the mulch. And there's also manure. Manure also helps in holding moisture, especially if you have red soil like me, because the manure is from the cow dung or the goats, the sheep dung, and those are herbivores, and their manure is filled with fiber. This is amaranth growing wildly. I did not plant this. These are all the seeds which fell when I was clearing the old patch there. So all the seeds which fell when I pruned and cut down the old bushes sprouted with the rain. So we have amaranth to eat our ugali. Then I survive by watering twice or thrice a week. This is my watering station for now, temporary, a drum with a hosepipe from the tap. So sometimes I use the hosepipe if the pressure is high, but if the pressure is not high, I'll just use a bucket from my drum to my crops. And then I pour at the base. And as long as the base, there's a trench, the water is maintained at the base of the crop. These are still damp. If you go an inch deeper, it is still very damp. And so my crops are doing well. There. Another method is intercropping. Now, at the base of my fruit trees, I throw kitchen waste, and most of the kitchen waste has seeds from all the food we eat in the house. And so from this, from under this orange, we have a couple of pumpkins growing. So as I water the orange tree, I also water them. I'll choose one plant to eat the leaves for my vegetables, but I'll maintain one without plucking leaves so that it grows and produces fruit. So what I will do to that plant, I will allow it to grow around, if you see 1 meter around all the fruit trees, this row of fruit trees. One meter around my fruit trees, there is no single crop, so I'll use that space to grow my pumpkins this season, which will be watered, not unlike the March season where they rely on rainfall and they grow very well. So the pumpkin, once it covers all this area, will provide very good ground cover. Will provide me leaves for my vegetables and fruits. This is under a mango tree, and as you can see, there's plenty of seeds growing from the tomatoes. We have more pumpkins. So I'll let them grow to 10 to a few leaves, 10 to 20 leaves. I pluck and eat, and then one or two, or one of them, the strongest, I'll let it grow to produce fruits. Uprooting weeds before they produce flowers, especially the blackjack. Here we uproot them before they produce flowers, then you leave them in the sun like that. Within a day they are dead. The sun here is strong, they are dead, dried up. So you pluck them before they produce any seeds or any flower. There, that's how we maintain the cleanliness of the shamba, and that's how we produce food in the dry season. Mulching, watering. Here, kitchen waste. This was from yesterday. You can see the sugar cane, the eggshell, the banana peel, the green banana peels. So the next time my ladies come to weed, they will dig up the shamba, and they will dig up together with the dirt, the kitchen waste. And that kitchen waste does not smell in the shamba, so throughout my compound is smelling fresh. There is no smell of waste. Then mulch comes in many ways. We have mulch also from pruning. You can see sugarcane leaves. When we eat sugarcane or we cut down the sugarcane, the head which we are not planting is cut down into small pieces and spread over the farm, left in the air to dry completely before it's buried. This is from a male pawpaw. I cut down a male pawpaw because it was not producing any fruits. The leaves cut up and spread and used as mulch. There. mulching under the trees, fruit trees. This is all the waste from the kitchen. The sugar cane peels when we eat are used as mulch. So there, as you can see, the maize along the wall, because it's hit by the radiating heat from the sun, from the wall. When the sun hits the wall, that radiation causes higher evaporation. So this maize is wilting faster than their counterparts, which is within the shamba. So there, guys, that's how we live and thrive in a dry area. Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe, like, and share. I'll try and give you an update regularly. Thank you.